or 400 meter. This is a container ship, and this is looks like a oil tanker, crude oil tanker, and it is apparently container boxes, a container ship. So the largest container ship, probably largest oil tanker. And this is the building in Seoul, Korea. Now we have a higher, taller building in Seoul, more than 100 floors. But this has been for a long time is the highest building in Korea. Anyway, 63 floors, 250 meter. But Boeing 70s. This is the biggest one in Boeing. It is only less than 100. I have been to Toulouse last week. We had a class. Toulouse is a city for Airbus. We have been to visit Airbus A380 assembly plant. I heard that they stopped to build because no more customer. Airliners, they need a smaller size than A380. Anyway, I learned first time the biggest width of the airplane, maximum width of airplane is, anybody? 80 meter width. Because of the limitation by airport driving, they call this a taxiing, landing and taxiing around, right? Regulation that the maximum size is 80 meter. Whole width, including whole width. And A380 is the maximum size, 80 meter. So probably a little bit longer than this one. And this is a KAIST campus. We are around, where is it? This building. We are here. This is a main administration building where the president, and this is the sports center, playground, soccer play. So 400 meter size is, this is an aerospace or nuclear department, main administration. So big ship is big. Power efficient transportation. The larger ship, the higher transportation efficiency, because cargo capacity is proportional to cubic. Any capacity, right? Not only ship, any capacity, volume is proportional to cubic, and the resistance is proportional to surface area, wetted surface area, right? Airplane too. So it's proportional to scale. That's why bigger is better. The economy of scale. Model testing cannot be built for a large ship of, say, we cannot model test 400 meter model, right? Too big, we cannot test. There is no such test facility. So we always use scale model testing, right? 50 to 1 or 40 to 1. Scale down, still big. So that the ship, any big structure, you cannot make a real size prototype. You may think about smartphone. This one is from LG Electronics, right? Smartphone, or Apple, you may have Apple or Samsung. They the company, they make full size. This is full size, right? Full size prototype for the new design. New design for the next year. New design. They make a full size prototype, probably more than 100 for the testing. Testing for deep inside the water, drop down, many tests, right? For the car, new car for the next year, they also build a full-size prototype, probably more than 10 cars, right? So that can be the maximum. But for the big ships, big buildings, big dam, big bridge, they cannot make a full-size prototype. So final product is the first product. That's why the it is difficult to design. See, 100 full size prototype, you can test many, so that design can be improved by testing. But for this case, it is not easy to make a good design. Right, you already see this one before. Right? Esso Osaka is in front of first floor of Eureka building. Right, this one. And where is it? Model scaling? Oh, I did not see. Still, this one is very big, right? 8-meter high. But 8-meter, 340, so it's almost 40 to 50 scale ratio. Right? So it's a model test with this one. And power weight ratio, something. Prediction, ship resistance. How much power? What kind of engine we should use to propel this ship? Predicting a speed of ship, it is has been used to be art rather than science. Still is not exactly science. You cannot calculate. You cannot calculate. There is a software, but you need experiment. So we still have a difficulty in precisely predicting resistance and speed and power of a given hull form at any given speed. So every contract of shipbuilding, they need a model test. So towing tank, they are busy to make a test of every new design, new ship. Right? So that for me, it is not difficult to get a wood model like the displayed one, because there are so many, 100 every year, 100 ship tests. Numbers means horsepower or derived from empirical statistics, evidence from scaled model test and also full scale existing ship trial. Additional difficulty comes from sea condition. Sea condition means wave, wind, right? And more, and current too. Loading condition means cargo loading. And fouling is dust on the surface. So surface roughness is changing due to timing, so that it's not easy to predict exactly the speed, resistance or speed. So you need more experience and data, big data. Resistance is divided into frictional, wave making, eddy, and air resistance. And together, two of them, wave and eddy, they say this is a residual. Residual means remaining. So in old days, they only divide into two parts, frictional and remaining residue. This is because of the towing tank test. They divide the resistance value into two groups. One is frictional resistance, the other is remaining resistance. Right? The others, or residual. Right? Air is special. Right? For the towing tank, there is air resistance, but there is no wind, so you can predict or you can estimate for the air resistance. So this one is usually do not care. So for the towing tank test, frictional and residual is two important values. Okay, wave. So wave is generated from the ship, and also there is another eddies. Eddies turbulence or what is it? Eddy. 뭐라 그러지? Spinning in water. How do you call this? I can't remember the word. Huh? Wake is something like a turbulence, but steady spinning water. Vortex. So eddy is the same as vortex. So submarine, submerged body, submarine. For the test, not above water, submerged body, frictional and remaining, right? Frictional and remaining. So frictional drag, there is a boundary layer and skin, and there is a friction between water and body, and also pressure distribution. There is all the pressure, right? Pressure. Pressure is always perpendicular toward the surface, right? So perpendicular pressure, right? Pressure. And then if you integrate this pressure along the body or whole surface, then you may find the net value of integrated value, right? It is in this way or in this way, right? If you integrate all the pressure component around the surface, then you can find the pressure drag or foam drag. And what else? This is a very complicated region, right? Turbulence region. We call this wake field. Complicated, too much complicated. And there is a separation point somewhere. This one is, I guess there is no separation because of the smooth surface there. Right? But usually the ship hull is cut at the end so that there can be a separation. CD, drag coefficient. You already see this one before. So highest one is this one, right? 1.28 flat plate. Minimum is, here. 0.0, right? 0.0. So how much differences are there? How much difference is it? 100 times? No. 60 times? Something. Eh? Big change. And this is the coefficient. So it's a drag force, radius, area, velocity. Area is frontal area. So here, all object has the same frontal area. Then A is same, right? So what is the difference? Speed should be same, right? What is the R there? Anyway, the shape is important. Right? Shape is streamlining shape. Kelvin wave. The ship is running, then there is a wave is generated. And Kelvin found that there is a steady, in any shape, any shape, the wave has the same degree of 19.5 degree. So that is a Kelvin wave generated. Same or same. This is a duck, right? This is a ship, but the angle is same. And we see this is a wake zone, wake or turbulent wake, wake. And there is a bow wave. Bow is the front, and stern wave is also generated. And then also transverse wave, and divergent wave, and cross wave. Many different shapes, waves, but still there is a Kelvin envelope. In long gross terminology, there is the angle is same. Bulbous valve, I already explained this one. Wave making resistance. Wave somewhere use energy, so that we call this is a resistance. Bulbous valve, this is a bulbous valve. They want to separate out two waves, one generated by only by bulb, and the other one is ship without bulb. And they want to be canceling each other because of the phase difference, 90 degree, so that no wave generation. That is an ideal case. So there is an effect they want to do. But you will find out this, that if this one is perfectly designed, even that case, shape is changing. Probably they design the condition of a full draft case, full design draft, right? If this is perfectly designed, the ship is not operating in full draft always, right? It can be shallow draft, also it can be a trimmed case. Also, wave is coming, then ship is moving in this way, so that the cancellation is not easy for this case. Right. Oh, this finished. Only 20 minutes. Very good timing for